There are 3 archetypes available to choose from in the beginning. There's thinker, sensitive, and physical. I started up my first playthrough as a sensitive character because that's the most aligned to my personality, I think. But I think I'm going to go ahead and create my own for the stream. That sounds like the most fun. So, let's you and I decide this about me together, chat.
Welcome back.
Let's make this as true to real Baer as possible, if we could, please. And feel free to be brutally honest. Feel free to analyze me. This is your moment. You're not allowed to do it on the subreddits anymore, but if you'd like to right here and now, you psychoanalyze the shit out of me, chat. You do it. Derek! I gave my buddy $5 to let me use his card so I can finally sub. Well, apparently it's for the second month, so thank you for hopping back in. Maybe you got a gifted sub at some point, but thanks for that. And like Mantra! The 41 months as well. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's start with the intellect, I guess. Raw brain power. How smart am I? I can go anywhere from terrible to average. That's the cap on my available points, apparently. Oh, but I can take points away from other things. How high up can we go? How smart can I get? A genius is the highest level. Okay, so we're going to take all my points out of everything else and just allocate them starting from top to bottom, I suppose. That makes the most sense to me right now. So, from a scale of 1 to 6, am I terrible, weak, average, good, great, or a genius?
Welcome back.
Fate Speaker. Thanks for the 2 months. Disco Elysium is one of my favorite games. That's good to hear. I'm getting 5s and 4s. That makes me happy. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a 4. I think that's probably where I'm going to be happiest lying there. I'm not going to give myself a great. I would give myself a genius were it not for the fact that that would immediately hinder us elsewhere. If we're being honest, I mean, come on. Right? But we'll be frugal. All right. Psyche, sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. I might even give myself a higher rating on this. Maybe we need to take a point down on intellect and give myself a great psyche. How's that sound, chat? I'm a sensitive boy. I'm not even ashamed about it anymore. It's a character trait. I'm a sensitive bear. Let's go with that. Physique, your musculature, how strong you are. Now, I'm not pathetic, but I'm certainly not in great shape anymore. But then if I do that, ooh, we're going to be in trouble. Uh-oh. We might have to make some sacrifices across the board. Maybe I'm only a good psyche right now. I could be an average physique. And I suppose weak senses. That doesn't make a lot of sense, though. I suppose my musculature is going to have to be weak after all. God damn it. I don't want to look like a little pushover to everybody online, but I suppose that's really being honest with myself, isn't it? I mean, my senses have got to be decent at least, right? I play video games for a living. I've got to be... My motor skills are on point. But this is what we got, so... I don't know, it's a bit of a jack of all trades sort of suit here, don't you think? Like, maybe I gotta sacrifice one more thing to be able to be decent at something else, but... You wanna go 4-4-1-3, no physique? God, I guess I'm just lying to myself at this point, aren't I? I got something going on, it's just, it used to be so much better. Alright, fine, I'll just be terrible. Good motorics. At the cost of all of my physique. I just sit around all day. Let's be real. Damn it. Something's got to give, right? Okay. Give me a seems good if we're feeling okay about this, chat. A 3-4-1-4. Roger. I don't mind it, man. Maybe we'll be able to make up for the physique at some point. You're gonna die, good luck. I mean, I don't want to be terrible at any particular thing. You know what? Just to save myself the hassle. Nah, fuck it. Let's commit. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna be such a weakling. Okay. Select your signature skill. The skill you select will gain a +1 bonus. Additionally, the learning cap for every skill of the same type will be raised by 1. Okay. Up here, starting with logic. Raw intellectual power. They'll probably be pretty self-explanatory, I'm assuming. Base intellect goes up. We'll probably go with something in the psyche then, so I can really commit to that. Or maybe I want to be a true gamer, man. Reaction speed or hand-eye coordination. They'll never catch me. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. That one seems pretty good. Esprit de corps. Esprit de co. Esprit de qui. Understand cop culture. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Interesting. That could be worthwhile. Intimidate the public and assert yourself. I believe we are a cop in this game, just to clear up what may be a confusing element of these listed signature skills. So it makes sense that this would be an available option. Understand others, work your mirror neurons. Okay. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Oh, there's an info tab. Oh my god. There's so much to read. Okay, well, if I want to get in depth about one particular thing, I can go to there. But I'll look at the overview for now for most stuff. This will most likely, if not certainly, go in the tubes. Yes, Raven. I don't know how much of this part will, but maybe the whole thing will. Who knows? Visual calculus. What's that? Reconstruct crime scenes. Make laws of physics work for the law. Dude, that sounds badass. That's got to be like my Batman abilities, right? But we're only at 3 in intellect. I'm pretty certain at this point it's going to be something in the purple or the yellow row, just because we're already so committed to those. So, authority actually sounds like a pretty good one. What about savoir-faire? Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache.
Welcome back.
The vocabulary of this game is astounding. Malicefield! Thanks for the 4 months, buddy. Appreciate it. Welcome on back into the pile. Volition gets your vote. Morale does sound pretty important. Urges you to be a good guy to others and to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel, which promises oblivion. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale, one of the 2 health pools in the game. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have little morale. Without it, you'll be a profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make irreversible mistakes. Cool for the non-suicidal. That phrase is, like, that's a good band name. Cool for the non-suicidal. Or, like, it's a good name for an album. I like that. This is probably, like, a good amount of volition, right? I feel like there's maybe something else that we could boost up a little better. Oh, you know what? This would be so much better to stream in 1080, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, I can't. Damn it. I've tried it before, and it's just so damn choppy. But with something like this, it may be worth it, but I doubt it. I doubt it's going to work out very well for me. I could maybe bump it up to, like, 1600 by 900. I don't even know how much better that would be. I boosted the text size to large, so hopefully that's going to be a little better. Yeah, this part, or parts like this, may be a little bit more difficult for y'all. I apologize if it's Mushy text. Alright, I'm not going to spend too much longer on here either. Some part of me just says take authority. Assert yourself. Authority urges you to assert and reassert your dominance over those around you. It enables you to understand the power dynamics of groups of thugs, know how far you can push a perpetrator, and how to establish control of situations. At high levels, authority demands respect. Even a perceived slight could send you into knee-breaking mode. With low authority, however, you're forever in awkward situations, like when you suffer psychological breakdowns after you yell at teenagers and they laugh at you. Yeah, no, I don't want teenagers laughing at me. I'm gonna go with this. Confirm. There, and that boosts our morale too, because that's gonna give us a +1 to every other ability in that section. So that works for me. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Nice.
Ever.
Hell yeah.
Never, ever.
Ever, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Okay.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Let's visit the ancient Zero home.
Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of
The
death.
song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you.
Man meat.
A sensation.
Okay.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion. Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck, and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound carrying cold from hell.
It was the booze. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Yeah, I wonder who that could have been. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. An empty cassette tape. There used to be a tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Atene's single smallest church in St. Sons must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. You can hold tab to highlight all the selectable things in the room. You can zoom in. We have acquired one shoe. We're piecing together the puzzle, boys and girls. Let's get these pants on so we don't have to look at Polygon Dong. There we go. Ooh, there's a shirt. I can see a tie hanging by the ceiling fan here. I want to pick that up at some point. Let's check this out first. Oh, hold on a second. He's got... You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says whirling in rags in the aluminum key ring. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. Oh, there it is again, yeah. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Oh, there's shirt number 2. Go ahead and get that on. We're looking good now, looking clean. That is a locked door.
You have returned.
Squirrel! Thanks for the 5 months. Jaranon, like the shoe. Welcome back. Thank you very much for the resubscriptions as well. Appreciate it. A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Who's in here fucking up my apartment? Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there underneath the soft vapor. Really? Nothing? Really, all recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. As you slowly reach your hand toward the surface of the mirror. Abort! You have clearly not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with it. What's wrong? Where to even begin? There's the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. At least my tongue is okay. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. I'm sorry. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it, and it doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either, not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. Wipe the mirror now. Ah! You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar. I think I'm a superstar. It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face, or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? I think it might be because I'm a superstar. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Now, this is what superstars do. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You've worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Superstardom. You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here, it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Check for pulse. You find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, but it actually gained experience. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive for now. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Check failure. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Check failure. It's too late. Like an image on film, the expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it. Well, that was something else. Frostmaw! Thank you very much for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome on back. And let's have a look at this tie on the fan here. I'm clearly doing pretty well. This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. Those are pretty good odds. I bet it would be a lot better if I turned the fan off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. That's a much better chance. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap! It's released from the blade. Warning! Warning! The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. Well, that's sad. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. Bring it on. Damaged health. You feel something in your chest. An unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. So I'm guessing this is bad. Very, very bad. This is the end bad. Let it all go. There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Well, okay. Not sure what everyone was going on about with this game. It seems a little lackluster. Huh. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Those Disco Elysium. Thought we'd get a little more out of it. I guess it's just a heart attack simulator. That's hilarious. I guess I just start a new game with the same situation, right? If I can remember what I did. Right? That was me, I think. 10 out of 10 game of the year, no question. I'm very pleased with the fact that they do commit to just straight up ending the game there. We didn't even get to a point where I could save, I don't think. I'll check the load game, I guess. Yeah, I might as well see what that does. See where the autosave takes me. Load. You might want to make your physique too for that. Oh, is that? Oh no, this is the other game I played. Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna help me. No, that's not the same game. So we need to boost that to 2 apparently. And I guess we'll leave that at a 3 and go with a 4 here. Average that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We'll do the same thing besides just a small adjustment to that. Set signature on authority again. There we go. Let's just not burn my finger on a light bulb this time. I mean, that's a rookie mistake. Let's be honest. Thank you. No, I'll just keep on non-existing. Give me some more. Sweet oblivion. I want to get off now, though. I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Limbic system? Is this my own limbic system communicating with me? Okay. Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first. I don't care, I'm an idiot.
Somewhere in the soul, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
I remember that.
like a fly to the ointment.
Okay, I remember this. I remember this now. I am not scared. I am a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
I'm a bit scared now. Let's go back to the dark.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
Damn it. They got me again. All right, we're back. I found out how to die in the first 10 minutes. Let's speed run the first room real quick. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, seen it. Yep, got it. Good. Good. Need to drink Magnum wine from my Magnum dong. It only makes sense. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, the sink's running. Can I turn the sink off? I don't know if I need to go through this again. Here, let's see if I get the 3% check on the expression. No, do it. Wipe the mirror. Don't be afraid. This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. No, that's the expression. It's just there. Try to stop. You can't stop. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I'm sort of pulling it off in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. There might have been 10 years ago. It's a little more than a cadaverous spasm now. All right. Back to the 17 and 3% chances. Here we go. Check failure. Check failure. That's fine. We got it done. Back to the tie. God, he's not doing so hot. See now a lesser gamer attempts this prior to pulling the fan, but a big brain gamer. Check success. Let's get the hell out of here. Tie acquired. Oh, I'm looking so much snazzier now, boys and girls. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Assess the damage. Check failure. What do you mean assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do? That's hilarious. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. All right. What do you mean assess the damage? I love that the writing is like making fun of itself. That's brilliant. Charismatic insanity. Thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back in. All right. Time to make progress beyond the first room. Let's do it. Let's talk to a human being.
Hello, officer.
Officer? How do you say that name? Class? Nope. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. That's weirdly specific. Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking. How sad.
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? The young woman shakes her head slowly. Okay, Chief Technical Officer?
No. You're a police officer, sir?
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. I don't want to do that. Could it be because of the drinking that you don't remember you were a cop? That makes sense. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer. A glib remark. Glib indeed. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself. Actually, I can see why they would entrust me with the law. I have the right character. A fondness for contradictory statements. Yes, what you just said. I can't come up with anything. I'm sorry, she admits to it. The glibbery. Fuck it. The words have already left your mouth. I want to... Okay. She erupts in laughter. All the fatigue swept from her face. What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again. No, I don't want to. Come on, man. Pretty please, one more time. Don't back down now. Say, I am authority. I said, I want to have fuck with you. Goddamn right you did, you crazy asshole. You. What kind of cop are you? I'm a cop of the apocalypse. Superstar cop. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. You're pretty. I'm sorry. I'm the sorry cop. I'm not sure I'm a cop at all. I sure don't remember being one. I think I might have lied. These are all great. Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit. It means I'm a bloated old drunk with sideburns and disco pants. If I don't have a joke up my sleeve, it's on me. I have certainly been entertained, thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, she extinguishes her cigarette.
When you have to interrogate me.
Oh. Well, that's going to complicate things here, isn't it?
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Wow. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Is that a metaphor? The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Okay. Okay. There's something on the table. It's money. Wow. I'm rich. And I assume going outside. Here we go. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Is there anything to be found out here? Oh, this is... Oh, I didn't even get my other shoe. Whoops. I gotta find my shoes. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Oh, I can't reach those. Alright, well. I gotta go back to my room and get my shoe, man. That's why she wouldn't have fuck with me. Because I didn't have my shoes on. I didn't have my look all put together. Hang on, I gotta go fix this. Open the door. Open the door. Get in here. There you are. Give me that. That's more like it. Secret task complete. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles. These do not look like normal cop shoes. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. They're balanced, comfy, feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told. Healed up my morale, even though it was already full. Because I'm a god gamer. Alright. Good enough. Let's see what this is. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Let's have a knock on the door here. Demo stock! My good man, how are you today? You looking forward to that playoff bye? I probably should have knocked first. The door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. There's no answer. That makes sense. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. The door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it. Okay, bye. I don't like that door. That door brings about dread and despair. Let's ignore that. Oh, you'll be fine. Y'all will be just fine this year, I think. I'm a joke. I'm useless. I love this music so far. Big into it, baby. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Oh, you wait no longer. Here I am. Or not. Fine. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Of course. At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yeah, sounds likely. You should probably go on a stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You will need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Oh, God. Get hold of a sad song on tape. All right. I can do that. Let's talk to you. Gart. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he is purposely ignoring you. Looks like he's not a fan. Are you the bartender? No, I'm not the bartender.
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where'd Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
Yeah, I get it. There's something there. There's something in there, and it's not good. That's all you need to know for now. Look at the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about you, it makes you feel bitter. Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the door where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I talk to whoever I please. He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. We don't need to have that conversation. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. That's kind of sad. A water cooler. A large bubble rising to the surface. Oh, hold on. There was something over here. The soft purring of electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone was working. Hello. A sign reads Mess Hall reserved for union members. How you doing?
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, Lena.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. I see. I'm not done investigating things yet. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Look at all this stuff I can examine, Mr. Man in the bomber jacket. Boy, I sure love wasting your time. Let's see what this is all about. Ooh, Nosafed. Perfect. That drug is just what I needed. I just want to see what this is. Summer door closed for the winter. Summer door? That's the first time I've ever heard that. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. I wonder what it is. Oh, wait, hold on. There's another thing there. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Pick up the pills. Magnesium. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. I truly do. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. I don't need to wake him up. So I can do... Well, I'm full on everything, right? So I don't need that, I guess. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? It's not drink time. An hour, maybe? Sweet Lord, a whole hour, and you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself. I've been secretly thinking about it all this time. Should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Gart to serve me up a beverage. Should I be thinking about this? Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking? Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy, or better yet, lick that stain off the counter. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together. Oh, no. That's not good. The hangover feels really bad. You have to take the edge off. Find a bottle of alcohol, put it in your hand, equip it in the health slot in your inventory, and the magic will happen all on its own. Oh, how fun. Hold on a second. I need to get some alcohol, friend. Well, let's talk to him first. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why? Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Welcome back.
You realize he is waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. I don't really know my name. That's true. Silvered Iron On. Thank you for the 14 months. Welcome on back into the pile. Appreciate it. Let's just give it a shot, dude. Check failure. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
Indeed.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware that I'm a policeman. That's what a competent and present policeman would say. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay, great.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure, But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a wariness in the lieutenant's voice. It's obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for
For
7 days.
7
straight.
days.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What were we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager, then we go back and take the body down. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? We all feel that way sometimes. There's no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first we have to take it down. Let's get going then. Let's get going. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? You mean you don't have a badge? I have a badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. I don't have my badge. Let's be honest. It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Great. I don't think he likes me anymore. Nor should anyone. You need to report your missing badge to the 41st precinct as soon as possible. The lieutenant said you can use the radio in his motor car to call your station. Let's do it. Fox boy. Thanks for the 22 months. Appreciate it. Welcome on back in. Most people don't like superstars. That's true. He's just jealous. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Okay. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. There was something up here that we could interact with when I was up on the balcony before. I wonder what this is. Oh, this is probably a path out or something. Oh, no, never mind. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case-related, you think? Hard to say what kind of vehicle this was. Your vision is blurred and you're having a difficult time concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Let's try it anyway. We got it! The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. What a strange path. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there. And then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. So he went here, backed up into this, and then took off. You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city, said Kitsuragi. Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why. I'm not sure if this is connected. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. All right. That's cool. I like that. Oh my god. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. We don't really need to do that right now, I don't think. There's a lot of options I don't know what to do with. I'm gonna head over to the cop's motor car in a second here. You could pick them up if you had a bag. If only. Let's zoom out a little bit. I wonder where his motor car is. There it is. Hello there, Hakeem. How you doing? Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had the time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Pull out the pull-out toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Take the red-tipped pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek on the rubber-handled chain cutters. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. The robust hand-cranked flashlight, weatherproof and well-made. Police issue, blue. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labeled Primeline glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've done it 1,000 times. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st... Hi, Alice. This is Officer Alice Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? A voice replies in the radio. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5, this is 41st. Come in. Over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. Hi, this is me here. I work at your station. 10-4, what's your status? Over. It's not good. 10-18, 10-20, over. Please just talk human to me. State your message, sir. Over. I need to report my badge missing. 10-9, repeat message. Over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. What? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? That's me. It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. Fuck. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Well, good thing I at least know that, so I don't have to feel like a total fool. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you were in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Experience gained. Fuck me, Mac, come here, you gotta hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. Look at this fucking guy. He lost his what now? His badge? He lost his badge, I get it. Could y'all just please stop saying lost his badge for a moment? He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why, did he find it? The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. That's pretty funny, yeah. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. You don't have a comeback. It's hard to think like this. He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. Enough with this now. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him, the speaker, ask him if he lost his gun too. Sergeant Torsa, I'm done with this conversation. Check your oh, you don't know where your gun is. Oh God, it's not here. Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. Don't sweat it, Breton. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over. This is the necktie talking to me. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. Convince them you didn't lose your gun. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain. No, of course I didn't lose my fun. Gun! Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do. Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over. Oh, requests a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun. Kim, what are you packing? It's a single-shot Kiel A9, an armistice to be precise. It's a single-shot armistice Kiel A9. Over. Says it's a Kiel 9mm armistice. Armistice? What does he have? Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. I don't know what these words are. Dear God, he lost his gun. This isn't really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of Kokonora by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. This is just, they're being so mean. I'm not gonna ask him if he still has his wiener. Okay, you guys had the upper hand, and then he said to ask him if he still has his wiener. Are you six? Sergeant Torsen here is insisting that we ask if you're still in possession of your genitalia. I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that! Say it, Jules, you bitch! What's he saying? Share it with the class. He said he sodomized your goddamn mom! That's right! The prick ate mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate? Yo, Chester, my dog. Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now. Sergeant Torsen requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Okay, tell him I'm sorry. It was just... If you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker! Mac, he says maybe you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place. Who? The disbelief in Vic Mair's voice is overwhelming. Firewalker. I am afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Firewater? He lost it. Fuck it. Just tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters. I'm good without my gun. I'm a motherfucking Firewalker. I'm the Firewater. You think I need a gun? I'm the Firewater, bitch. No, I got it. Okay, bye. There's some person... I might as well at this point. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. I need information, not fear. Ask if he's there. No, he's not there alone. I'm not hearing your question. This could work. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Rank, name, date of birth? I'm trying to find out who I am. What is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge. But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revicolian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. All right, fine, whatever. I'm done. Over and out. The static ends with a loud click, then everything is silent in the cabin. 18 kilometers to the south in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Old Boy Pedot. These French names are going to kill me, dude. Around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages and hair trimmed short. What is going on here? Did something happen? She asks, startled. Jean-Vic Maire turns to her and says, "What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seems confused, delirious even." He stops to think. Mac the Torso Torson is finger-fucking his fist. I'm going to read that sentence again. Mac the Torso Torson is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner Chester McLean near the entrance. Suddenly he interjects, "Yeah, Mullen was fucked all right. Sounded fucking drunk to me." The tall ginger on his right still has tears of laughter in his eyes. "Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there." Satellite Officer Vigmare bites down on his knuckles. "Enough," he shouts across the room. The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. "None of this is funny. It's fucking sad, that's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us. God damn this." Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks. "We must help him." "Yeah, how do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man." "I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't..."
Welcome back.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed. "Mac, man the door." He gestures Torson to block the doorway, then turns to Minot. "You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse." Those were his words. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room. "This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together." Old boy lights another cigarette and says, "I guess I can hold off the report for a few days." "Good." Vicmare turns to the others. "Okay, everybody, nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs, now get back to work." Far north on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. "There's no use pressing the heat button," he says and jingles his keys. "It won't start without the ignition key. We're not going anywhere right now." He says, "Don't even think you can drive this." Beer for life. Thanks for the full year on the pile, buddy. Welcome on back and appreciate your resubscription. Good to have you. All right, I think I'm good here. Music's great, man. All right, so we got some new tools courtesy of the car there. And we got to track down my badge and gun. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you'll just stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority like someone high up in the union. Or some local who saw you with it before you passed out. The Whirligig's absent bartender? You could also ask the local pawn shop. Find any information you can about the gun. Let's jump on this real quick as I'm seeing the opportunity start to rear its head here. This game is going to be rife with opportunity for backseating, and obviously people want me to play a certain way. So please, I would ask two things. One, let what happens happen. Let Baer pick whatever he's going to pick. And then also, two, please allow me to play it at my own pace. I'll probably spend a lot of time doing some things and very, very little time doing others. So please just, I would ask that y'all respect my freedom in exploring this as I see fit.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly? She's just a gardener. Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. What is this fuck the police business? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to do with that. We need directions. Let's see. Where am I? You know what? I'll just be up front, sure. I'm disoriented. I don't know where I am. In the city of Revicol. She looks around thinking what else to say. This intersection is called Roundabout North. He knows where we are. He just wants directions. The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. I should anticipate that this is going to be the kind of game where every little decision is going to potentially yield results, so that's not surprising. What's in the south? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to a coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. What's on the other side of the canal? Just coast. There's a little fishing village there and a fish market, but that got closed down ages ago. I don't think I should ask her where the dead body is. There's a pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements up north. The harbor gates are to the east. She doesn't follow the local politics, apparently. And then the west contains water. They call it Martinet Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. All right. That's good enough for me. She was very helpful. Oh, can I borrow your gloves? Thank you. That's awfully kind of you. Giving your gloves to a strange policeman out of nowhere. All right, well. Oh, we're running now, huh? All right, that's fine with me, I guess. Let me check this out real fast. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Oh, double-click runs. Okay, gotcha. So, I'm guessing we need to get to the back of the building here to be able to get to the body. Jump jams! Yeah! And then, let's see. Oh, there was the gate. I got, yeah. Walk through the gate. Walk through the gate. I'm probably not in the best shape, so I imagine running isn't my strong suit, but I'll go ahead and check this out. Where's the tree? Gotta be back here somewhere. I feel like I'm on the right track. Oh, there's a kid. Yep. You throwing rocks at the body?
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there were ever such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness. Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nabakumpi Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
All right, we're gonna have a great time here, clearly.
Love it in the dick!
Oh my god. The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Fuck that Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
Okay. They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
The shit himself!
Holy crap.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
These are scum children.
The fuck does Kono know what a rake is? Kono's not a gardener.
These are piles of scum that have attained sentience and grown for years.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Are you kid? Look, I have questions for you.
All right. Entertain the Kono. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Kuno's Kuno, pig. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. So, is that some kind of gang name? Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang, in a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Madre, bangs for the Mazda, bangs for Revicol. He lays the names out there with pride and precision like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted, there's a malevolent hiss behind the fence. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard, sorry. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape! Help! The boy joins in. He's got the Kuno! Help! I'm gonna go. Yeah, get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you. That's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you. Don't listen. Just go. Okay. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. My God. Well, if we take his fun away, he'll probably go. The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Oh, I need them to go up and do it. I bet he'd do it. Dude, that's what we gotta play into his depravity. We gotta be like, hey man, don't you think it would be so fun to go up there and cut that dead body down? This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Apparently I can't even get over there. Oh, what's that? Money? What is this other thing now? Oh, magnesium. Good. Well, that's helpful. What do you think, Kim?
Yes?
You seem to be following me. Nothing, we're good. All right, boys, look. We gotta get some help here. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. Let go of your nose without throwing up. I don't think I should do that. Why is it so bad? Active decay, the lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging, except for the children. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Kuno. I gotta turn away. I can't be humiliated in front of these children. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expect. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. Nope. Didn't make it. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body curls and pushes it out burst by burst, till a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. God. It's okay, happens to everyone. Hands me a handkerchief. Thank you. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. Where do we get ammonia from? There's Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the Whirling and Rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Oh, okay. Interesting. Huh. What's this? There are several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his little notebook. Damaged morale, check failure. What do you think you are, a super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for worth the time being. Damn it. I need a morale boost. There we go. All right. Well, I mean, that is still good to know. I'm not going to mess with Kuno. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says whirling in rags. There's something in there. Not necessarily connected to the case, but still. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. Lieutenant, what do you think could be in here? Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence, too. Seems like a reasonable assumption. Mm-hmm. How do we get the lock open? We could try using a pry bar, the one he took from my motor carriage. Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. Force time! Jam the tool under the lid and pull. No, I'm good. All right, then. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. Let's talk to the other kid. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all, right?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take a step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
I wouldn't mind arresting you forever, yeah.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me. What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, Kuta Vitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing, eh? Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here! Okay. I'll get the fuck out of here. Let's go talk to the manager of this place, maybe. Is that a door? That is a door, right? I don't think I can get in there, though. Yeah, it's locked. Okay. Let's go this way. That's how the rest of the world sees Britain, yeah. This post's mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Good mail delivery box. Pat the box. Or, fuck you, mail delivery box. Kick it. This has got to be a joke reference to like the former greater options we've ever been presented in like morality driven games. You know what I'm talking about? Like Mass Effect's good or bad decision making is either I'm going to deliver this basket of puppies to the orphanage, or I'm going to murder each of these puppies one by one as they sleep. It's one or the other. There's nothing between those two things. Good mailbox. That's a good mailbox. It seems happy. Eat shit, pig, fucked by the con, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore and boss set mailbox. Also, been there, post the eventually mailbox. Been there. Or mail collection box, you should man the fuck up. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow. Okay. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. I love all those things. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Yeah, that's fine.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law!
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of a store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
That is a specific niche you're getting yourselves into, but more power to you. It is the 50s. Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold your horses, girl. Apparently, this is just completely overwhelming to me. Don't be ridiculous. I know all those things. You're fooling nobody. I said I know all these and they do, goddammit.
Sir, are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while. Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You don't look like much like a policeman. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman, or should stop being one. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. None of these are very good. Look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real. Look at this woman. This young woman in the form of a girl is really providing me with the correct perspective on life. Overshadowed by a fake man. That's harsh. No, everything is so self-deprecating. Come on. She looks at you with sympathy. We can talk about something else if you want. Something nicer. What is romance? Oh, God, just heavy hitter after heavy hitter. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about a man and lady business, sir. What about when both of the men are bad? Those are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. What if it's written really well? Well, then maybe it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yeah, that would be interesting. Wow, what a great book idea. Someone should get on that. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mom? Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life, phantom limb. No, I don't know. She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? All right, I'll ask your mom. Yeah, she knows books, definitely. What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address. What about when everyone is poor? That's not really a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everybody's happy in the end. Yay! What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens. But usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something, right? We're all just temporarily poor, rich people. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they've lost, but then it all turns out fine in the end, because they're rich again. Hooray! Maybe some about other books? What is your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is whatever that is. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. And you're standing out here in the cold because I'm signaling that the store is open. She nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Can I help in some way? Kind of you to offer, sir. She doesn't really know what else to say. I could have a word with the store owner, maybe. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mom by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep me warm. That sounds like alcohol, maybe? Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home in the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette. Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed in what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go ass up. Say nothing. Well, they run out of money and they have to stop doing business. I don't think curses are real. Or, this sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Yes, she chirps. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir. What do you know about the other failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. How does this curse manifest itself? It does not manifest itself in any way. It doesn't exist. I liked it better when we were asking about Dick Mullen. But, Kim, the plasmic manifestations. No such thing. The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious. All right, fine. Annette looks at your shaved, prickly chin. It distinctly contrasts with the oily mutton chops that surround it. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists or writers or musicians. Those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold-reddened cheek, then continues. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Seems like most people who read these books fail to get more famous from reading them. Reading these doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? But it does make the famous people more famous. She smiles gleefully. True that. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'm a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. Yeah, badass. I like her. This is a book about Pate? Pate? I don't know how to say that. This book. You don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower to even read the author's name. John Kaus from Iguania. A book about Ladero culture? It promotes freedom in roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Spoiler alert. They already do. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Hello.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape?
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
The other one is eating a big sandwich. Oh, I want a big sandwich.
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Got him. These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Play balls. Don't ask questions. Shoot first, ask questions never. All right, I got this. Ball time. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Oh, yeah. Dude, absolutely. Jump in. It's ball time, baby. That's right. Here we go. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. Feel the ball. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball. There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I? An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now. The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullet. I'm shot putting. Merde! The old soldier yells in outrage. Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem? Not a weak right tricep, that's for sure. I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. Wait, what? You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bulls. Clearly, you fool. P-tank? Oh, petanque, I understand. No, you don't. Our petanque game is ruined. He's getting angry again. We want our bull back. Take it easy, Renee. The Jolly One tries to defuse the situation. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done. Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. The heel of his cavalry boot slams in the ground. You owe us a goddamn bull. All right, I'll try to fix this. Good. He nods. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us? Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags? Unfortunately, I don't. He seems to have calmed down immediately. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinet, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? Do you have a problem with cops? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. So again, you don't know anything. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me. This is a man with a lot of past, but little present and almost no future. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why? Why what? Why was heavy artillery used? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special, the carabiner frowns. Senseless sentimentality. Did you use artillery fire against them? Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly, we got licked, he added, squeezing a bull in his fist.
Welcome back.
Woof! 10 months on the pile. I'm indeed enjoying Disco. I've got a 3-4-1-4, no, a 3-4-2-3 build or something like that. It's pretty balanced. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't, though, and we lacked caliber. God bless them, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings. This place is the damn beachhead, son, he says, pointing to the bay. They had to soften up the commies up first. The beachhead? The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 were off in Stella Marie and the Delta. He points to the northeast. Nod thoughtfully and turned to look to the northeast. This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, he says, looking down at the soil, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses. Blood Ground. The other one shakes his head. You got old Renee going on there. Like he isn't angry enough already. Coalition? Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Is that why everything is so bombed out? Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they kept as a monument. Dark shadow runs across his face. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place. Well, it's your own damn fault, the Jolly Man remarks. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence. You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think? Thinking men have opinions on these things. Presents one. Salchemist, I did miss your sub earlier. Thank you, man. Appreciate the resub. Noif as well. Thanks for the 22 months. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. That one. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. I'm sorry it had to be them. He looks down at his boots. After 8 years of fighting the hyenas, boiling cats for food, and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clown Frizzle had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. This royal failure weighs heavily on him. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the rule of suzerain with. This dude has a lot to say. Damn Frizzell, he was the king we couldn't protect. The carabiners failed him, and the crown. The old veteran falls silent and massages his chest. He died in the hands of the... Oh boy, so many words I can't say in this game, in a very public execution. He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob. A true king in both blood and mind. Led Revachol before Frizzell. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? I lost a lot of chance of getting this because I threw his bowl in the sea. All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past in his old uniform. He catches your glance and nods. This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiners in service of Frizzell I, Guillaume Le Lion, and the valiant King Felipe V before him. Don't you mean Frizzell the Fun? You do not speak his name, Craven. Although he was a clown, he adds. He turns back to you, but he was our clown. Ours to ridicule and to mourn. It's Guillaume? Okay, I'll try to remember that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your lots and lots of time. Yes. Very good. That's quite enough of that. Enormous bowls worthy of a real man. Let's bring back one of those. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting. We can sit on benches after we've solved murder. Got it. Okay. Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. All right. I didn't really get too into it, Baby Hippo, no. I've already pet the mailbox once. I don't think it needs another round of validation quite yet. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Well, I do have several objectives that I could look to pursue right now, but I'm kind of okay just wandering aimlessly. The slush and rain has almost worn these tire tracks off. Ooh, hello. That's like saying a puppy only needs to be pet once, you monster. That's a fair point. What's that? Oh, Nosafed. Okay. Roy's Pawn Shop. Another trash container. Fingerless gloves. I might as well, right? Oh, although I should probably... Oh, cool. +1 electrochemistry. +1 interfacing. I like that. Alright, so those are available to equip should I need them. Water lock out of order until Wednesday. Alright. What do you got going on? A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crash. But there's a crashed Samaran butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. I mean, why not? You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk, then nothing happens. Let's not break it. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Wasn't there a sign over there saying, yeah, okay. Just wait till Wednesday. Don't pull the lever over and over. I can stop myself from some degree of idiocy. Even though it is tempting. I guess I should talk to this guy, too. Good morning to you, officers. A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock, and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. Do you know what caused this wreckage? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revical. The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a water lock. The rest of the coast is closed off until then. What's with the lever that does nothing? Actually, I want some salami. Yay! Want some too, officer? Why not, he says. Takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. Sweet. I got some meat. What's with the lever? It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now, disabled because of the blockage. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. He nods his head toward the control panel. You want to do the honors when the time comes? Do I ever? Great. Just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here 7:15. He cuts a fresh slice of salami. The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the third day. Do you know what's further down? Well, there's a fishing village, abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else, just bombed out ruins. All right, he was a much shorter conversation. Wonder if that's Roy. Did it say his name during that conversation? I'm not sure it did. I'm going to go in here. Screw it. Let's investigate. Just a man offering meat. Mm-hmm. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Oh, there's Roy. Military wear. I'm beginning to decide now that I'm not going to read out loud every single thing as well, so I apologize for that. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Win her back? Who's her? Buy something nice, a figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Inspect the knights on horseback. Big men and big horses clad in lamellar armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Franco-Nigerian knights. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. I used to be very serious about these guys. A long, long time ago. All right, we got to go for this, man. Nice! Why, what's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say Fawn. Oh, that's the headless Fawn rider. Ah, of course. There's been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. He doesn't elaborate on these wrong hands. It's unlikely that he ever will. The lieutenant studies the tiny figurine in your hand. I've heard about it, he says with amusement. I've heard the headless fawn rider rides a headless bull. Yes, there are several competing versions of the story, but I believe this figurine is a more canonical representation. Sorry, what are we talking about again? The Headless Fawn Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Ravgol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you can see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap, too. I think he's looking for it or something. That part of the story has many interpretations. Oh, totally worth it, dude. Nice. Supposed to be lucky. Good. What exactly are these? Which ones? The man peers from his glass box. Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose. This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most carry pistols. Okay. Maybe. Good. All right. Let's go... We were just there, right? Yeah. What do you got going on up there? The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented. They stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Gold and orange, a sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it. This Stereo 8 approved machine here is the Harman Wowshy W02. Made in Vesper, designed in Seoul, he says. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real. What I really want to know is, could this device come handy in my police work? If police work means playing tape, sure. All right. Tested each one. I don't really like music. Oh, he does work a pawn shop, I guess. I thought this was a music store for some reason. Well, I don't have 12 real, so I'm not buying that, I guess. What's this? A typical Martinet streetlight sits atop the sits among assorted floor and table lamps. Is that a streetlight? Yes, officer. As you can see, it's working in perfect condition. His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide. Where did you get this? It was brought to me to be altered. He leans in so the pawnbroker wouldn't hear him. We're not here to investigate the theft of city property. He pauses, studying the light, then adds, you have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it. The light pole has been carefully cut and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room. How much? 700 real. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. There's also the matter of rewiring. But the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago. I do want that, but I don't have 700. Wow. That's pricey. Let's talk to him real quick. Lord Sendo.
The officers of the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly. Thanks for the 30 months, dude. Appreciate it.
What can I do for you?
He asks. His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop. I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh, no. Not at all.
He flashes a smile.
I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Tia Dracor. Thank you for the 18 months on the pile. Appreciate that as well.
Customers usually.
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadows on the wall behind you. Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? You might be able to aid our investigation. I doubt it, but I can try to answer any questions you might have. Know anything about the recent hanging? I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone. Do you happen to have any guns? Like the ones carried by cops? Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back. Oh, God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert. Wait, I sold you my gun? You, with Kim here, too? That just sounded really, really bad. You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revical Citizens Militia. I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions, the unhealthy kind. He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you. He probably has a good reason for that, but I feel like there's something you're not telling me. You weren't quite yourself, officer. What was I like? You were distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight and you need the money. When I said I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it and then agreed to take it. Devil-Star!
Welcome back.
JD, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Oh, sorry, 4 gifted subs, dude. Appreciate it. That's very nice, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape. I clearly I'm doing great. How much did I... We don't have to talk about that anymore. No apologies necessary, officer. Was the buyer a policeman too? She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying. Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it. Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside. Maybe she's a vigilante, wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. It's possible in these parts of town. We gotta find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands. Any idea how I can find this buyer? My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went. Hey, Catsters. A needle in a haystack. There's nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow. All right. Let's see. That didn't help my odds here. I want to ask about my missing gun again. Just kidding. There's nothing else. There's something I'd like to sell. I'll check my pockets. What's that? Oh, I just bought that. Yeah, no, I'm not going to sell that back to him. I can How would he feel if I just pawned this in front of his face? Probably not good. I'm not going to sell my clothes. That's not smart. Let's try this check. Why not? Oh, snap, we got it. Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrolidin.
Welcome back.
Pyrolidin? I don't know how to say that. Akamasamune. 2 months on the pile. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Good to see you back. Pyrolidin, what is that? A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow. So where does a man get Pyrolidin these days? He takes a step back, studying you. How would I know? There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something. Like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrolidin before I lost my memory. I think I gotta stick with this subject line here, yeah. I've had to take it, since the People's Pile cleanup, he responds carefully. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days. The People's Pile, what's that? A bad idea. Some poor leftists built a particle delay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too. Tell me more about this Emergency Relief Brigade you were part of. He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket. We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperants didn't have the heart to let it all go to shit without trying to do something. To help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. No, we take care of our pile around here. Right, pile? Bear hugs from the pile, please. So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer, mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. Whose fault was it that the generator failed? No one's. Everyone's. He sighs and shakes his head. So much bitterness. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died, left me this shack and the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me, don't go there, it's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm going to get as far from Faubourg as I can. Still in the same city, but he shrugs. I like theory more than story. Outward movement, not vortices. Yeah, you gonna get in on those vortices, my man. Care to share your Perilladin with me? You said you've done it before, yeah? The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care. I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it. If you say so. Here you go, man. He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd-looking. Not so sure about this. Wait, why wouldn't I be sure? Because it's an anti-radiation drug and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger. Yeah, I'll do it. Sweet. All right. I'm on drugs. Oh, no, I'm not yet. A pretty little puck-shaped cap of purple liquid that can bring on anything from hot flashes to military-grade psychosis. With sufficient tolerance, however, it can make any weather feel balmy. If only for a while. Huh. All right. Boost my psyche by 1. Yo. Held and right. In your hand, Perilladin, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens. Rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power. Look at the little puck of liquid. What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom. Wait, radiation poisoning sounds scary. It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Perilladin is perfect match for a badass junkie cop who's looking for a little heat. The container is warm to the touch, or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up like an oyster. Come on, slurp it. Wait, won't Kim see me slurp it? What is he, your mother? Is Kim your au pair? Slurp it! Slurp the morsel of danger joy. Slurp, but only just a little slurp. You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There it seeps under your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost gone. Tastes like gasoline. It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists, as it did before. Only now, gentle flames lick at its edges, as though it were a photo burning. Really? No, of course not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower, more subtle than that of real flames, yet just as warm. This warmth makes you want to share your discovery with Kim. Will I be able to stand up straight and walk? Why not? This government-developed substance seems very non-intrusive. You can even operate heavy machinery. Fire machinery. This is going to be so useful in my line of work. Level up. Already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more Perilladin. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human beings. In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a pyro button. It gives you +1 to psyche skills. This is good for rolling a white check, but damages health. Well, good thing I've got this health-boosting item. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right. Well, that was a worthwhile expedition. Yeah, later on, Dan. I will indeed have fun with my drugs. Temporary buff, though, right? Yeah. Makes sense. Better watch out for light bulbs. Oh, my God. This is great so far. I am very into it. Oh, I thought Kim was going to leave for a second there. Gateway to the River of Filth. There are clothes inside. Cheap secondhand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. Economical, but also trendy, the street vendor shouts. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving. Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags. Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Good choice, officer. Mega sporty, and it's only $4.50 for you, sir. I would like that, but I don't have any money. You see two lovely defeated speakers. Thralls, slaves basically. Perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land, a pair of fallen durable wear sneakers. Ultra Series,
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer.
says the
Keep
shopkeep.
your eyes off those sneakers.
A pair of fallen Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway. A jet black upper and a silver-lined midsole. Those sneakers, mister, the street vendor intones. Those sneakers are the latest fallen sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real. Inspect the speakers. That's a lot of it. That's expensive, man. These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable fallen ultras atop them. Now, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The man points to the footwear. The sneakers are the stars here. What about the speakers, though? But doesn't anyone want those speakers? Can't I just buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers? No way, officer. Those aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. No, officer, you're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers. Well, if you want them. But see, they're a pedestal for my sneakers. I let go of the speakers where the sneakers go. I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers, too, I could maybe throw in the little speakers for an extra 50 cents. Looks like I'm gonna need to come across some cash. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. Abort! These are hideous. Once more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow. Damn, officer, you look like a mega secret spy. Very secret, the man nods eagerly. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face. No, you're definitely not buying these. You're right, I'm too sensible for those. Rummage through the box. These are all boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Cerez plastic, the kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for show. If anything, those lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier. These are all first-rate sunglasses, the man declares. Premium design, superb material, very cool UV resistant, very legal. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work. Try again. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap. Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. The street vendor makes a bang-bang sound. So anyway, I start blasting. Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared for? I hope not, he says, looking up from his browsing. You don't like it? I don't really like it, no. Put a skill point into conceptualization to open this. Well, all right then. Thanks for saving me from myself, Kim. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. I don't really need that. Oh, I haven't put the drugs away yet. Let me put the drugs away. There we go. I don't need to be carrying that around. I don't know if there's anything else for me to do over here. I think I might need to go back. Just walking around with Boralidin in my hand, you know, no big deal. Just trying to offer it to everybody. Being kind. I am so into this so far. One thing I loved about the presentation that I failed to mention in the beginning, too, I love that they just drop you into this world in, like, about the same mindset that the actual character is in, where you don't really know who you are or what you're doing or what's going on, and you kind of just have to figure it out for yourself. That is quite smart.
I am a gambler and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Mm-hmm. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet.
Oh.
Hey there.
What? I am the law.
Yes, you are, my man.
Damn right.
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating. An all-around clusterfuck.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
He glances south down the road.
Yeah, exactly.
He too agrees this is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers. I didn't hear a snicker. Grab a Snickers. You sound hungry. Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really been asked about it. Been wasting time right here, keeping busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise that there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. This dude is keeping it real. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks, workers got a blockade set up, making demands no way in or out. Some pretty wild stuff I hear, like a new giant power crane and half the company. Sounds fair. Heard talk there's a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type that knows what's up, precise demands and so on. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in. This ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Come on yours. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, the glint of something in his eye. What do you see in his eyes? Let's get some more information first. High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Time to arrest him! Wait, what? What are you actually hauling? Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I got another haul of fallen cargo, mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. Can I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The boss won't be happy. That's your machine behind you? This rockin' beauty? He points at the lorry with his thumb. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Not really. I'm just asking questions because that's the option I'm presented with. You know, your job's to know all those little things, isn't it? Well, my job is to deliver tracksuit trousers. A little touch of sadness behind his cool. He thinks he spent too long in this lorry. So nothing illegal then, huh? Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. Catsters! Thanks for the 43 months. Welcome on back in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the resubs today, everybody. Sorry if I've missed anyone. I don't think I have, but thanks for keeping the subs alive. If I could get another round of bear hugs for the pile that we keep alive. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for showing the love. I had another question. What do you see in his eyes? In his eyes? A half-familiar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. Excuse me? He emerges from the reverie. A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve. Hell, I get longing. I've felt something similar since I woke up. Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, a second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Deora. And here I am, stuck in this shit so far from home. Deora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other side of the Caillou. Pretty much on another island called Laurentide off mainland. Got a little place there. I can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like to miss someone? What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. He smiles warmly. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. There's a pause and a sigh, then he turns to you. What about you, cop man? You missing someone? Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow in the past. I miss my gun. I feel hunted. Hunted by what? By a shadowy figure known only to me as the X something. Oh, God, what? No, it's a sinister presence that hunts me all across planes of existence. Sinister presence? That sounds really bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage. First, what is marriage? Man, who even knows? It's like a legal contract, but also a bond between spirits. Everyone is different, that's all I can say. It's definitely going to happen to your marriage, too. Don't worry, I'm certain nothing bad is ever going to happen to your marriage. In marriage, you never know if you're doing the right thing. I hope we're doing our best to keep ours together, but anything can happen. Look, man. Thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles. Good. Well, that was kind of him. Did we get something from that? It pumped up, or it made me click on this. I know I have a skill point to spend, too. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to level up my authority still. I'm going to do that. I will be the most authoritative man. Done. They will respect me. Oh, I gotta click these. This music is divine, dude. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. Zero player, you gotta stop this, dude. Please stop trying to tell me how to play. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Felipe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revical, son of Felipe II, the Opulent, father of Felipe IV, the Insane." Oh, I know exactly what this king did. I heard the crater story from... Look at that! A boost to my chances. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Felipe was known for his profligacy. What is profligacy, Google? Profligacy. Reckless extravagance or wastefulness in the use of resources. We learned a word today. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revical. Okay. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the Anticentennial Revolution, and end to his family line in the monarchy on the Insuladian Isla. Yep. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth, Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon, instead of a bed like a normal person. The man certainly knew how to live. I would like to sleep on gold. There's no way that's true. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Felipe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. What is nose candy? Cocaine. This is a lot to process. His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms, so he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie? That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. Okay, where is he buried now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. What happened to the statue? The original was blown away by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution when the Martinez was leveled. Who restored the monument? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revical in the poorest part of the city. The statue was supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. So funny and nihilistic. People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Felipe III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi thought of him in death. Man, this is going to boost that vocab of mine, isn't it? Profligacy. That was the word, right? I'm gonna use that in a sentence. You better damn well believe it. Money! I'm rich! The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on the radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there's a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter's night's fire. Maybe she could comfort you or give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your grandma. Grandma? No response. Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Wait.
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay, that's fair. I better stick with Kim's analysis on most things. He seems like the wise one here. Keep me from going astray. Ooh. A white tank top. I gotta put that on. +1 physical instrument. Work it. Oh, this has an unsavory odor. I think I'm probably better off. Dude, I love the description of this, by the way. A disco-ass blazer. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long-extinct disco animal. That is very good. I'm gonna head back to the main area. I feel like I kind of wandered off. A foreign car kept in good condition. Baer's sentence, how the hell will I fit profligacy into a sentence? The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Oh, hold on. Money! Yo, my man's putting on a show over there, too. I gotta get that cash real quick. Oh, you're trying to incite a revolution, ain't you?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells toward the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. I am the law!
Stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
Here to fuck with us? Be the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, I'm thinking no then.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work. Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Well, I don't really care about that. I just want to ask you some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points to the man sitting on the railing. The loitering man hollers in return. Oh, it's strikers versus scabs, huh? Who are all these strike breakers? Honest men and women with rights to work to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want to work, they ought to let in those who do want work. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow me because I'm big and loud? Yes. No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do. I want into the harbor too. Have fun, he snorts. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're gonna let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there. I know nothing about a murder. His reply is snappy and terse. The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Absolutely nothing? Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! He again shakes his large fist, then turns back to you. It's shameful. Cops do nothing. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. This isn't really my area of expertise. We're not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Let us work! What's your goal? We were promised work. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. You're unable to breach the entrance? Main gate's locked. It'll take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Huge Simonese guy standing there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. How bad could one guy be? You seem capable. Bad. The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized. That seems, Would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give up eventually, or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. What's a strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work! There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held up by a belt seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something's off with this guy. Where exactly are you from? What's it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Part of the investigation. Am I a suspect? His eyes narrow. Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. I already got that. I'm interested in your background. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Not right now, but I may have been there. I don't really remember things well. Uh-huh. It was a long time ago. The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Alright, let me try one more version of this. Which one was it? Worked at Territorial. Yeah, I think I've been there. Alright, same story. I don't want to just straight up tell him he's lying, but I gotta find out if that's an actual bar. What is it telling me to do in here? Oh, is this a new tool? No, it's not. Oh, well. Well, more money. He is certainly of interest, isn't he? I think... No, he's not talking to this guy up here, is he?
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
Uh-huh.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
That is funny, isn't it?
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to the Martinet to investigate a murder. Sounds like a lot of hard work. Never see me investigating a murder. It's actually very fun and easy. I don't believe you. Post L'Aventurier said the same thing. They tried to get me to be their postman. So fun, so easy, they said. It's just walking. He shakes his head at the memory. It wasn't. I'm doing much better here at the harbor, being an honest union man with a lot of free time on his hands. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring. My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. Does this mean you can let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Simonese supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. Okay. Then go past him again, and you enter the harbor through the office. Está. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Seminese supremacist worldview. Or, well, maybe it is actually completely impossible. Has anyone here bested him in a physical confrontation? Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong. Have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure. What's the strike about, anyway? Serious business. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization. Right. Let's go have a look at that real quick. Just walk. It's pretty simple. All you gotta do is go up there and turn the button off. I'll just go up there. I'll just go turn the button. Just hit the button. I'm sure that'll be fun. I don't think we'll have a problem here. Thank God I got my tie. That will certainly present the air of authority I need. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Just say I am the law. Yeah, that's been working for me. Hello, sir. The Greater Revical Industrial Harbor.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Right.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first. My body does not betray my degeneracy. Nuh-uh. No, it doesn't.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm,
ham sandwich.
You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to unruly.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of unruly emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
So, my authority is going to have to be the play I make in this circumstance. I refuse to acknowledge any of his supernatural bullshit and say, look, big boy, I need you to open this door up for police business.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Aplo Group B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
I see. Show him the ham still got it. Thank you for the 100 bits, anonymous cheerer. Well, I am the law.
Jerking motion. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Hablo Group has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
This conversation makes me uncomfortable.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, Baer?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You know it. There's a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. You're right about all this. That's how I genuinely feel. Like, yeah, dude, correct. But can I push the button now?
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
That doesn't sound good.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you.
I don't have troops!
When you are gone, we will build a museum.
You have really built this out into an entire worldview that has nothing to do with the button you're guarding. Why did they hire you for this?
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul. You'll be lovely. Yeah. Inside, we will stop the odes to homosexuality called art and your micros violence called.
Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Knock him out. We'll give that a try. Hey! Ask what kind of races are there first. Classification is core to this stuff. Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are. Do you? The lieutenant looks at you. I do. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Dude, what are these words? What the fuck is pederasty? I've never heard that in my life. Oh. Oh, don't look it up. Nope. Nope. Those are the Seminese. The Areopagite and the Occidentals. Excluding the Mon, of course. The Mon are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mon on reprehensible street parades in Mon cities like that one, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. You know them by the names of their nation states. The Orangis, the Gottwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Mon. Mon are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity. Man. Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs, too. That joke is too smart for me. Who are Type A, then, in your view? The Vespertines and Messinians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Metio by the golden Passantic Sea. Words, 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 words and such. These have meaning to someone. The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum. As proven by the Mon and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. Continue receiving wisdom. Blah 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 blah. There's so many things he wants to say. Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Kashkos and the Valcolliers, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained eye, the Kashko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see they are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin, unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone from drinking Al Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb and for eating potato. The Kashko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with patat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethno-states like political amoeba. Ravicolians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong, you tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet. Is it 82,000 years we've been recording history? I have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off. Go away, stupid political thoughts. I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that is played out countless times over like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive chess piece. Dude, that's my go-to from now on. Wake up, naive chess piece. That revolution sounds like it was actually very good and necessary. The revolution came to Revocol from Grad in Tsareth-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes, a soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucinations, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Kashko to the Occidentals, but not sexually, probably through trade routes and potato acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of this Type B mediocrity. Type C through F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Chimeric experiments. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of Mesk man and Seminese man, only possible if the mother is Mesk and the father is Seminese. Sorry, woman and man. All left to his right, customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listen to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair. Then there is that. This is not an aesthetic site. There's so much of this stuff. Do I understand all of this now that you've said all these words? You understand nothing! To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. How do I word the mystery? You need to internalize what you have heard today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. Wow. Okay. Walugi! Thank you for the 19 months on the pile. Appreciate it. That was educational. Just gonna go over here. Oh, it doesn't let me. I was thinking maybe Kim would just walk by. Okay, bye. That was good. Glad we did that. Oh. Internalize. I see. Huh. Weird. Thought cabinet. This doesn't seem like a good thing. Is this... Yeah, this is basically just like become racist to some degree. gonna hang on to that for now. I should probably click this too. There we go. Okay. Good. That was an experience, man. Let's head over here. Frente! All right. Gimme. I haven't talked to you yet, have I?
Welcome to Revachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed at you, it's addressed at Kim. Hey, I know Revachol, that's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
I didn't realize there were racial undertones to that.
Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
The lieutenant's impassive mask has been replaced with intensity. He speaks not as a cop, but as a citizen. He is Vaculier, a Revacolian. You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
So we are in a limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
I don't know if he did.
But you see, I'm
but
an
okay,
officer of the
he probably knows
RCN.
better than I do.
It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
All right. No, he's just labeled as racist lorry driver. Okay, yeah, I guess that would certainly do it, huh? Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Your name is racist lorry driver. I'm not really taking a lot of licks from you.
Whatever you say, officers.
What was that argument all about? It's about biological determinism. It's on his ID, yeah. It says it on his fucking name badge. Oh, so you're just a racist. I'm not just racist. Look, man, God. I don't think you're even making the argument you want to make anymore. I've read books, okay? I'm an educated racist. The science of racial theory is all okay, great. Yeah, no. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel, right, exactly. People who have studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Oh, duh, yeah, totally, dude. I've already made up my mind. You want to hear it? Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't push your luck, Runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Cool, man. That was helpful. Glad we did that. All right. Yellow roses. She's not even paying attention to us. A melancholy pop song. That's not what I'm looking for. I need something sad. 1 bottle, 10 cents. That's the Tare machine? What is it? It's a machine for Tare? What's Tare? Tare? How do you pick up Tare for the Tare machine? I don't have any more bags. Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. There's some out there, somewhere. Okay. I gotta find a bag. Clearly that's pretty important. A small cabinet on the wall filled with various medicine bottles. They all bear the St. Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Just ask if you need anything. We don't stock prescription meds. We have Nosifed, Dramamine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma. Do you have any ammonia? Yeah, there's like an ampoule somewhere. Oh, I gotta find it, I guess. Okay. Can I have the ammonia? Good. Thank you. Hey, that's good. We got progress towards something. The unit of measurement. Okay. And yeah, I don't know. These are the healing items, right? Yeah. I don't know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. Can you be more specific? No. Okay. Oh, there's all the info. Okay, there we go. Hypnogamma. No wonder that's so expensive. Jeez. All right, cool. I got something I needed. Yay. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles lines the shop wall. There, in that dark green glass, a world of ruby, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth. Wine alcohol, beer alcohol, love alcohol. I'm in heaven. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already knew that. Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work. Oh, man, they're all so expensive. I gotta go. I gotta fight my vices, dude. Did I already check this out? You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent. Oh, it's a raincoat? If you want to buy one, it's only 4 real. Wow, that's actually not that bad, but I'm still poor. All right, that works. Probably worth checking that out. I got the ammonia out of it after all. Yay! I haven't opened up that yet. Let's see what's going on there. A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, grod-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, sticker, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? Likely. Drapes it all over his machine. All right. That doesn't really help me all that much. I didn't really know what I was looking for from him, especially because I called him a racist and told him to fuck off, so I don't think he's going to help me all that much. Oh well. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the main area. And let's go. Well, I guess we better click that. Okay. Let's go back inside. I want to head back upstairs. Or maybe even, like, check out more of the actual building. I don't think I've examined everything in here yet. I could lick the sticky rum off the counter. Maybe that's a good idea. Oh, right. No, this was closed before. Now it's open. Cool. Is that playing music? An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomatoes hangs in the air. Money. Thanks. Bad poetry, Golem. Thanks for the 4 years on the pile, dude. Bear hug to you. Very much appreciated. Thank you. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gorochi and Kubek. Must be his name. Gorochi Kubek. No. No, I don't think that's what it is. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You've got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sound of assorted dishes boiling and simmering in the stove. Stay masculine. That's a great sign-off. I'm going to start saying that to y'all when I end the stream. Stay masculine. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. You feel immediately drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. Ooh, fun. Wonder where this door leads. You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about this place that makes me want to know. Side investigation. Yes, he's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself. Yes, a mini side investigation. All right. Guard is the person to ask about this. The secret passage, dude. Yeah. Push it. Doesn't budge. All right. Let's go ask him. What's with the secret door, Gart? Hogarth. Mr. Guard, right?
Guard, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He still doesn't know my name, nor do I. The Harbinger of Ruin. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful.
That's really, yeah, it's
think
great.
so. But there's a dead body out there. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
I know.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze and then gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
He's so important.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
What?
It's your turn.
Oh.
Yes, he means to have questions, like a police officer would.
Who killed him? Did you kill him? That's all I had to ask you. She went away because none of your business. Tell me what happened. Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it. You're being sarcastic. Did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? Oh, right. I did all those things. Haven't you seen me around? Oh, my goodness. Hey, good. Lots of experience. You owe me 130 real. No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination, but let's bail. Push the eject button. Slip away unnoticed. Shanster! This one's for you, buddy. Oh no. One moment you're running like the wind. Then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger furiously with both hands. Why? Why did I do this? Why did I have to use both my hands to flip him off? Why both? Everything goes dark.
Back so soon.
I had an accident.
It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord.
Disco moves!
The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
It just comes off as a lazy effort at reconceptualizing the antics of a shambling drunk.
If it comes off like that, it's because it is. And you are.
Oh.
I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
I sure as hell haven't felt no love. That is too bad. We all need a little love. Are you? Oh, thank God I didn't run into her. You sustained trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you've strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move. No, are you okay? The chair took the brunt of it, don't worry. Are you sure, ma'am? Yes, check on him. Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry, this has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights in the broken window, though. That's 100 square. Thank you for your cooperation. I gotta get 100 real. Alright. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself. Cool. Where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. I don't know where home is at all. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. South, maybe. You don't know, dude. I don't know. Vague blackened image. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Thought gained hobo cop. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides, can be disheveled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again here. You're drunk. Why do you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides, are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Research time 420. That's pretty good. I don't know if I'll internalize that yet. Sorry for running into you and flipping
Hello
off
again,
the
sweetie.
shopkeep.
I see you met up with your colleague.
I did. I really appreciate your attitude. Who's Sweetie? No, does that mean you like me?
You are a handsome man, officer, with your moustache and your chiseled jaw.
Ooh.
And that silly dimple on your chin.
Some sparks going
But dear,
on.
you're not for me. I'm
Aw.
too old and too married besides.
Oh, too married.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Oh, you're Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
All right. This Lena is wacky enough for the Motley Crew. Hire her on the spot. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? How'd you like to roll with me? Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs your help to help him get a corpse down from a tree. Kim, of course, I forgot I had you. And it seems that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on. And sweetie, you are looking unsteady. And even if you weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me. 3 yards are better than 2. Martinet isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Oh, that's sad. I'm very sorry for crashing into you earlier. I don't know what got into me. I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that? Yeah, what was that? From where I was standing, it looked like you were about to pull out 2 guns, but drew 2 birdies instead. Well, I'm glad you weren't injured. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Oh, my, you know where we are, right? We're in Revical. That's right, in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. What kind of place is this? How would I even begin to tell you? It's the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. Wow. I haven't seen many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revical is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. You know what year it is, yes? It's the spring of 51. That's right, dear. How splendid. She gave me a pen! Oh, dude, I didn't realize I was going to get a prize for that one. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Absolutely. Her relief is palpable. She was getting worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. Oh, my God. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? I like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Or cop. We are living under the cop regime. Cop. Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revical. Try one more time. What mode of government? I was really hoping it would be cop world. Damn it. That one. Oh, no, nothing like that. Revical is a special administrative region led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own and certainly no matriarchy. If there's no government, how come there's cops? This is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revical. Not in the traditional sense. Revachol, I think is how you say that. I keep misspelling it or missaying it. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She realized you really are brain damaged. How did I do? Not too well. You really only know what year it is. It doesn't look like you're having trouble remembering things. Reality, in a word, it's very odd. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what this world needs. Well, I'm no doctor. Some such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. What is the revolution you mentioned? A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. What does this have to do with there not being any cops? Something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better. All right. Someone more educated in sweeping matters could maybe tell me more? Someone rich, maybe. Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you could find a wealthy person in Martinez. Do sweeties get money? Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck? If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on Earth. Oh, this is mean. This is just... What's a paycheck? I gotta do it. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear. It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I'm at the end of my rope. Any money that you could have could help me. Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn just to tide you over. Oh my God. Wonderful. He has a pin. The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads St. Baptiste Summer 31 Dinghy Races. I promise I'll buy it back for you once I have more money. It's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back. I just wanted to thank you again for giving me the pin to sell. Okay. I don't want to say you seem to be in a chair. That just seems so brainless. Well, she mentioned it. I was going to use that as a perfect segue to get me out of things here, but I think